Plate 2 Design Criteria. Sa description ng structure namin, sinasabi dito na ang 3-story apartment building namin ay 60 by 30 meters. Meron siyang 41 rooms at ang 30 rooms dito ay 7.5 by 5. 4 rooms ay 10 by 5. 6 rooms, 7.5 by 5. 1 room naman ay 10 by 5 at yung mga restrooms nito ay merong 30 na 1.3 by 1.8 at 11 na 1.5 by 1.8. Ito ay itatayo sa Iloilo City, Block 1, Land Heights Subdivision, Dulonan, Arevalo. Next, roof deck, second floor, third floor, ground floor. So sa roof deck natin, ang usage niya is recreational area. Yung framing and flooring ng second floor, third floor, and ng roof deck ay pare-pareho lang. And yung usage ng second floor, third floor, and ground floor ay pare-pareho lang din na rooms with private restrooms. For structural design criteria, na-include dito ang codes, specifications, materials, strength, loading deemed applicable for this structure. So yan yung mga sakop ng design criteria. Code and specification, gamit natin yung NSCP 2015 Volume 1 and National Building Code of the Philippines or the PD 1096. For material strength, sa concrete meron tayong compressive strength na 27 MPa. And sa reinforcing steel naman, meron tayong 276 MPa. Soil allowable bearing pressure or capacity. Sa reinforced concrete, meron tayong beam and slabs, saka columns, walls, and foundation na ginamitan natin ng compressive strength na 27 MPa. And sa reinforcement bars naman, hindi na tayo umabot dito dahil nilaktawan natin to. Next, loads. Yung mga nakapalob sa loads, meron tayong dead loads, live loads, and earthquake loads. Sa dead loads, yan yung mga kinonsider natin sa building natin, which is yung mga typical na kinoconsider. Sa live loads, hindi na tayo ata umabot dito. And earthquake loads, sinasang-alang-alang ng earthquake loads ang occupancy category, seismic importance factor, site geological and soil characteristics, seismic zone factor, seismic source type, near source factor, seismic coefficient, and structural system. And for the load combination, hindi na rin tayo umabot dyan. Plate 4, period of vibration, design, base shear, and vertical load distribution. Kailangan natin i-compute yung period of vibration using approximate method. Next, calculate the base shear and each frame, vertical distribution of each frame, and lastly, project the lateral loads on the frame. Ito yung mga formula na talagang gagamitin natin dito sa plate na ito. Makikita natin ang base shear, ang period of vibration, ang vertical distribution. First, period of vibration. So, yung formula ng period of vibration is T is equal to Ct times Hn raised to 3/4. So, same din ang ginamit namin na formula at nag-come up kami sa T is equal to 0.38 dahil ginamit namin na Ct is 0.0731 and yung Ht namin, which is total height, is 9 meters. Next, base shear determination. So, meron tayong 4 na formula sa base shear. So, ginamit din namin yan. The total design base shear and the total design base shear not exceed. A total design base shear shall not be less than. And for zone 4 na base shear. So, yan ginamit namin lahat yan para ma-determine namin kung ano yung required base shear. At ito ang base shear determination table. So, yan, lahat ng base shear ay kinompute namin para ma-determine namin kung ano yung required sa building namin. So, most likely, ang ginamit namin is the Vmax dahil nga siya talaga ang required sa building namin. Next, vertical distribution. The formula for the vertical distribution of force is Fx is equal to V Wi Hi over the summation of Wi Hi. So, yung W is already solved nasa ating plate 3. And yung V natin ay kakasolve lang natin. So, using that formula, makukuha natin yung force na kailangan nating malaman. And this is the vertical distribution table. So, dito naka-table na yung mga force natin na na-compute using the VHI and the summation of VHI and of course the V or the base shear. And this one, ito na pre-project na namin yung lateral loads na na-compute namin sa longitudinal frames and sa transverse frames. So, yan po. For plate 5, lateral displacement, story drift, and P-delta effect. So, dito ay kakalculate natin ang stiffness and lateral displacement of each frame. Iko-compute natin ang story drift, maximum inelastic response displacement, and drift limitation of each frame. And lastly, we will compute the primary and secondary moment of each at check natin ang stability coefficient nito. Stiffness and lateral displacement. So, yung formula na ginamit namin, same din dito kung ano yung provided sa lesson natin, which is the S is equal to 12 EI over L cube. So, lahat ng yan, lahat ng formulang provided ay talagang ginamit namin para makuha kung ano man yung dapat namin makuha. Sa lateral displacement naman, ganun din, ginawa rin namin yung formula at makikita sa plate namin ang mga values na na-compute namin. Next, story drift per level. Ganun din, formula. Kung ano man yung provided na formula, yun din yung ginamit namin. For maximum inelastic response displacement, formula natin is 0.7, yung R natin which is 8.5, and the story drift per level. So, ganun din yung ginamit nating formula. And, ito na ang maximum inelastic response displacement table natin. Makikita nyo ngayon. So, yan yung mga nakuha nating values from that formula. Para malaman natin kung pumasa ba tayo sa limitation na provided, syempre kailangan daw not exceed the 0.025 times the story height, 3 meters or 3,000 mm. So, kailangan hindi siya mag-exceed sa 75. So, there are some na nag-exceed pero bilang lang, pero may mas marami naman din talaga na hindi nag-exceed sa limitation natin. Sa stability coefficient naman, dito natin malalaman kung nagiging stable ba ang building natin kapag nangyaring earthquake pa rin. So, ganito rin yung formulang ginamit namin kung ano man yung provided, which is ang MSN over MPN. So, yan ang stability coefficient natin. So, makikita nyo dyan na ganun din yung ginamit namin at sa example namin dito ay okay naman at hindi lumagpas sa 0.1. Next is the stability coefficient table. So, ito yung tinable na namin kung ano may mga nakuha naming values. So, dyan makikita nyo kung ano man yung mga nakuha naming values. Kung siya ba ay lumagpas sa 0.1 or okay naman siya.